Hi, and welcome to LeadDesk Mini Investor Day for 2024. I'm Olli Nokso-Koivisto, the CEO of LeadDesk, and I'm excited to be able to here present to you our strategy, how we plan to replicate our Nordic success across the continental Europe. And on this presentation with me, I have also some of my colleagues, Jasper from the Benelux office, and Miikka from leading our AI team. And the material is available on our investor site under our website, where you can find all the material after this presentation. But without further ado, let's jump right into what LeadDesk actually does, and I'll show you a short video of what our customers do. So, as you saw, LeadDesk helps our customers across a wide range of industries to help their customers better, simplifying how humans talk to each other across industries. That's where we excel, and that's where we're great, and that's where we've really built our expertise. Where we are today is that LeadDesk, we provide contact center software. So we provide software for large volumes of contacts that are handled by businesses. Our typical use cases are in either inbound customer service or sales. We consider the Nordics, meaning Finland, Sweden and Norway, to be our home market. So our home market is the Nordics, and we've been able to grow well also in the continental Europe, which is a huge market, of course, with hundreds of millions of people. And this is our growth market, where we really focus on growth also in the future. We service over 2,000 customers across a wide range of industries. As mentioned here, we have healthcare, energy, a lot of different industries across these geographies. We are truly an international company, and some 65% of our recurring revenues come from outside of Finland, and that's why we consider the Nordics to be our home market, where we have some 73% of our revenues. So only some 35% of the revenues in Finland, and the Nordic revenue base is some 73%. Our growth market, the biggest growth market for us, continental Europe, is 27% of our current revenues, and that's where we've been growing fastest in the last quarters and years. While we, of course, focus on these markets, we are a true global SaaS, so we do have customers on 34 countries, but we really focus on homing in these markets expressed here, meaning Finland, Sweden, Norway, our home market, and the growth market, Denmark, Germany, Benelux, France, and Spain. Throughout the years, established from 2010, we've been able to grow nicely. We IPO'd in 2019, after which we've been able to really grow fast. We've nearly tripled our revenues since the IPO, and we've been able to really work on our profitability at the same time, giving us much leverage in taking over more market in the future. So we've been able to rapidly grow since our IPO, and we've been able to also generate healthy profitability and increasing profitability at the same time. We've been able to also support our organic growth with M&A. We've got a proven track record on it. We've done M&A both in Finland, Sweden and Norway, and we've been really able to have this support our organic growth. We have a proven track record in integrations. We know what we are doing, we can execute fast, and we are able to then have the new business help our organic growth going forward. Also, our equity ratio and the balance sheet looks healthy, which means that we can continue augmenting our organic growth with inorganic growth. We see the European market consolidating. There's a lot of things happening on the market. There's some 2 times as many competitors on the European market than there exists in the US market. So we see that there's ripe for consolidation, and that's happening across the board. Key takeaways here is that we've got a proven track record in M&A. There's a market that's well suited for an M&A-based growth as well. And we have a healthy balance sheet together helping them out in executing on this strategy. So clearly we have the track record to show for it that we can execute on our strategy. So let's dive deeper into where we play. Let's look at our product, let's look at the market we're serving, and let's look at the customers. As said earlier, we service the contact center as a software market, which means that our customers are typically customer service centers or sales departments at the larger companies. And they are handling a lot of contacts. So there's a large volumes of contacts they are handling either with single channel or multiple channel, for example, phone, email, chat, social, and so on. And it's super important for them to be efficient at this, as contact centers are a big cost centers for the companies. There's a lot of people working in contact centers, so it's super important to have an efficient process and efficient systems to support those processes in order to keep the costs at bay. And this is where we provide software. We provide contact centers with the software that they run their business with. Looking at then the CCaaS market more particularly. So firstly, in the Nordics and continental Europe, it's a big market. It's a €1 billion market. This is according to Frost & Sullivan. So €1 billion market, and it's growing. And this market can be broken down into a few different segments. So firstly, you have the outbound call centers. So this means that the business operation is outbound. So this contact center is contacting the customer. And the typical use cases are for sales, surveys, debt collection, and so on. And this is the first case of a contact center. So it's the simplest case where the contact center can choose what they are doing. So they define the process. And then also they just have one channel, so they don't have to mix with channels. Then the next stage of complexity is call centers, and this differs from outbound call centers in that they both receive calls and they make calls. And good examples are here: customer service with only phone channel, taxi services, for example, healthcare in most of our countries work only with telephone. And call centers are the next stage then in complexity. And here you can have both incoming and outgoing calls, which means that either you can be setting the agenda or the caller calling in is setting the agenda, and you must do the best you can to service. And then the third layer is contact centers, where you have a multitude of channels. So it's phone, email, SMS, WhatsApp, social messaging, web chat, and so on. And in contact centers, you have the most complexity, as you have both inbound, you have outbound, and then you have this large variety of channels. And this is the market we excel in. So we excel in contact center software, providing for these use cases for the customers doing this business. Then if we look at the market in general, how's the growth in the market? And Frost & Sullivan sees the market in Nordics and in continental Europe differing quite a bit in their growth rates. So looking at continental Europe, 16% CAGR from here to 2028. That's the kind of growth rates outsiders are looking at, and we see quite similarly. Then again, Nordics is a saturated market. The Nordic market has made the cloud leap earlier already, and also the rate of businesses changing is not as high as in continental Europe. So in our home market, the market growth in general is roughly 8%, while then in our growth market in continental Europe, we see growth rates of 16% year over year. And that means that the Nordic 200 million market turns to 270 million market in 28, and from 22, continental market will grow to 2 billion. So this is the market we're playing at. How we win here and how we differentiate, of course, we are a product company. We have a superior product where we can meet the client needs. We've invested a lot of time and effort in building a true cloud software. We are one of the few companies who have actually born in the cloud. And here we can really bring great benefits to our customers. We are fast to deploy, easy to implement, easy to modify. We have really advanced features, both in the outbound use case as well as customer service. Due to the fact that we've born in the cloud, we can provide really high competitive offering and pricing as our product basically scales infinitely. We are European ready. Europe wants to be a regulatory superpower. We handle a lot of consumer data, a lot of customer data. We're ready for that. We are regulation proof in our offering. And our products can scale as a whole, but also with the customer. So with LeadDesk, our customers are safe when their business scales up. We can help them out. This is why our customers choose us and they love us, and this is how we can really take over that market. That market that in continental Europe grows some 16% year over year. Currently our customer base is 1/4 is BPOs, so this means outsourced contact centers, and this really speaks for the efficiency and the quality of our products. So the companies that do outsourced contact center work, they prefer LeadDesk. And that's 25% of our revenues, 14% coming from telecom industry, energy, finance, IT, media, then coming after. And we can really service a large variety of customers in this space. This also means that we are not dependent on any single industry for our business, but we have a variety of businesses using LeadDesk and a variety of industries and sectors. That's it about LeadDesk of where we are now. Then I'm going to be concentrating a bit more on how we're going to win and what our growth strategy is going forward. So as we've communicated, our target is to provide the leading contact center software for Europeans, and we want to reach for 1 billion customer interactions done annually. That's a huge amount of customer interactions, right? This will then result in 1 million in revenues and 20% EBITDA margin. This is our target. And how we are looking to achieve this is by taking our Nordic home market success and replicating that in continental Europe. So again, we are looking at replicating the success we've had now in the Nordic home market in continental Europe. That's what this is all about. We will be focusing on organic growth. We will be improving our profitability to support this. We are looking for M&A opportunities, and we are tightening our integration with AI. So the key takeaway here is we have great success in the Nordics, in our home market, which we are looking to replicate into Europe. And we are now building improved profitability in the Nordics to support wider adoption in continental Europe. Where the 100 million then comes from is that we have the home market where we have a nice market share already that is growing at 8% year over year, where we are of course going to grow, but it's more than in the continental market where we have to grow disproportionately. We really have to build the growth in continental Europe in order to reach for the 100 million and have that success. We will, of course, support this as we've done with inorganic growth. And then now the AI opportunity really gives us then the next stage of the puzzle, meaning that we can even go well over 100 with our current strategy when we get the things right with AI. More on that later. So to sum up, we are replicating our Nordic success. The Nordic market growing at 8% is not going to be the primary engine for growth, but rather continental market is pivotal for our success in the future. The market in continental Europe grows at some 16% year over year, and we are well positioned in taking over that market. And then we're also going to support our growth with inorganic means. AI opportunity brings us then a next piece of the puzzle going further than 100 million. The strategy execution plan first stage is to strengthen our profitability. So we are looking forward to strengthening first our profitability, and then on the second stage, looking at disproportional growth in continental Europe, supported by the profitability. And the northern star here is the 100 million in revenues and 20% in EBITDA. How then do we support the claim on the 20% EBITDA? Some 45% of our cost base is fixed. So 45% of our cost base is fixed. We are already profitable. So it's all about the scaling factors. When we grow, we are able to both invest in growth, further growth, and we are able to leave some of that growth on the bottom line as well. And this is the fantastic thing about the SaaS model, is that the costs are quite fixed compared to then the revenue. So growth doesn't add costs straight away, but rather there is huge scaling benefits. And we're already on the positive side on EBITDA here, which means that this gives us more opportunities in the future. Looking at more details, so if we look at our individual markets, so we've made illustrative examples here. Looking at Finland, for example, in Finland, we are able to have way higher profitability than in continental Europe. And then again, the other Nordic countries are still on their way to grow to the same level where Finland is at. And this is due to the scaling factors. So when we have more revenue, that also translates to more profitability. And this is the other side of the coins for replicating the Nordic success. So firstly, we need to replicate the success on the growth side in continental Europe, where we are well on our way already. And through that, we can then also replicate the success on the profitability side. Just want to then deep dive lastly and finally to our strengths. Why is LeadDesk such a great investment story? Firstly, our external growth factors talk for us. So we are profitable and still growing on the Nordic market, our home market. We have great opportunities in the continental Europe. And lastly, there's high potential in consolidating the market with inorganic growth. So the external growth factors talk for us. Then again, on the internal strength side, we have a superior product used across a wide range of industries and verticals. We have the financial means, we have the balance sheet to continue on our current strategy. And we have a very goal-oriented culture. We set our targets and we want to achieve them, and we do everything in our power to get there. This is why LeadDesk is a great success, and this is why it's a great investment story. So I really hope you jump on with us to replicate the Nordic success then in continental Europe. This is my part of the mini Investor Day. Next up, I'm going to be heading it out to Jasper from our Benelux office and Miikka, who heads our AI business, to hear more about those. Thank you a lot.
Hi guys, my name is Jasper Witte from LeadDesk Benelux team. I tell you a little bit brief about our growing strategy in continental Europe. Talking about continental Europe, we're mainly focusing on Denmark, Germany, the Benelux part, France and Spain. And our main goal is to duplicate our success from the Nordics to continental Europe. Continental Europe is a growing, fast-growing market, where there's a lot of potential growth in the market. And that's actually the thing that we're gonna build on and lean on and heavily take with us in the next stage of our company. We expect significant market share in the rest of Europe and increasing a lot of it in the continental Europe. We're very strategic focused in terms of product and client geographics, and we see a lot of potential there in the market. Our market share is like super standardized and European ready and highly regulated proof, which means the competitors from the States doesn't know all the regulations and GDPRs that's going on in the European market, and that was built completely on our end and see all the potential growth in that. So we secure continental Europe from outside of the European market shares. We can utilize the Nordic expertise from our outbound focus and put them in certain verticals in all over Europe, which means that we can secure the growth path and do a land and expand tactic on the rest of continental Europe. We completely focused on a specific market share and one of our tools that we can land in the market and see potential growth from there on. What means the growing market in Europe? Continental Europe is talking about 800 million plus, and we are talking about the outbound call centers, which means only outbound calls, which covering like 200 million. That's our main goal in continental Europe. There where the Nordics are as well outbound oriented call centers and contact centers duplicated in all. For continental Europe, we are mainly focusing on outbound call centers, which have outgoing calls spread out through the market for sales, services, and those kind of activities. There were call centers, we're talking about incoming calls as well. The thing is that we have highly standardized the tool, which is easily to adopt, to execute and roll out to specific markets. And that's what we have already done in continental Europe. And that's our main goal to grow. Our offer is also quite regulation proof, which means it's super standardized. Outbound tool is quite simple and straightforward. It's easily to lean on for our customers and see the beneficial part of it. And we take away all the regulation part. Europe is ready for these tools, and we secure them for having them apart from competitors out of the States. We know in the market what's going on. In all of these countries, we have like a local present team which know the market, what knows the drills and the do's and the don'ts, and they know the kind of specific market regulation in that specific country. And that's why we build the strategy on. To see what we're talking about and where is the potential market growing, this figure is from Frost and Sullivan, which means we're currently in 1,000 million, but the outbound call centers is aiming for 400 million in 2028, which is way more than it is now. And these, you can see yearly over year, it's 60% growth in the market in total. So we have highly focused on our outbound market. The tool is completely ready to it. And the only thing is that we land and expand on customers. We see the customers, we prospect the customers, all the teams are ready and sales-oriented in the completely market, starting from an SDR to account managers to key account managers, and landing in and then expanding to the market. So it's easier for a customer to build the tool up from an outbound market and then adding a specific line in this tool itself. So if you start from outbound calls and then add later on an inbound call again and add later in the market more agile processes as well, means email, WhatsApp, Facebook, messaging, all the omni parts. But we focus on our core tool, which is our outbound market in continental Europe. Then we give a little bit insight in who are our customers. Our customers are throughout all of specific market segments. Olli did in the previous slides already shown that who are specific in our current market base, but in continental Europe we see like we have 700 different customers now, which have a growth path and divided by small, medium accounts until high enterprise customers. Moreover, we see that our client base is BPOs, which is outsourced call centers and activities for sales, services, surveys, healthcare. What we see often is that these are kind of centralized in the business. They have like a strong network, a lot of agents going on in that market, and then all the agents will work at some point in time through another company, and they will take LeadDesk with them in their new journey in life. Their main goal in this, in our continental Europe, is the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, and Denmark are the most important countries. They are the growing business, and we see that all of those have like really high key accounts and smaller accounts as well. Throughout all our teams, centralized in our business itself and in the countries itself, we know what's going on. We know what the regulations are in specific markets, and on the specific ways that we bring to our customers. We build and we put our ears to the table and we listen to what our customer voice, and then we build specific elements for a customer and a country itself. So we bring all the practice from all the countries itself in the market, in our products, and then do specific beneficial development parts for a specific market. As stated here, we have listed a few customers, which gives you a little bit insight of who are we talking about. For instance, Anti-CMEX is our Spanish customer, and they do the pest control throughout the whole country. They started serving with us with the outbound tool, which is mainly sales-related calls through their customer base and explain who they are, what they are able to sell to, and how they provide their solution. Later on, we added their Omni tool, which is more centralized for all the inbound communication as well. Convince is a Dutch customer, which have like an appointment setter, and most of them are for IT parties. So they have like tons of agents calling through the Netherlands and London and so forth. They're more like centralized in putting appointments for their customers and manage them through LeadDesk. So really high stake in the market. Sales Kitchen is a German customer, a BPO, which they do is they do the surveys after a Porsche is delivered to a customer. And they do the outbound part and asking of everything what they delivered, which is a Porsche high-value car, is going all okay. So give you a sum up of what's going on in continental Europe. As we already mentioned, we put all our effort in duplicating our success from the Nordics and put them in continental Europe, which means we have a way to go and scaling our growth market, and continental Europe is our go-to market for the rest of the organization with a land and expand module. And we have like super high developed teams within the market. In each and every country, they have like a team fitting their needs. Throughout the days, we broaden our offering and see what is needed for a specific market, so that we can land and grow our customer base in a specific market. I think this is my part of the presentation. I will hand over the ball to Miikka, which is going to explain you more about our AI parts.
Hello everyone, my name is Miikka Haavisto. I'm the Director of Business Development for LeadDesk AI. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the AI's role for LeadDesk. To sum it up in two main points, AI's role for LeadDesk is on one hand to enable our customers to make their contact centers more efficient through value-adding services. And on the other hand, while providing these value-adding services to our customers, this enables LeadDesk to get a higher revenue per client. On the right-hand side, you can see a very short summary of certain milestones through our AI journey from the beginning of 2023. Although I want to highlight that the AI journey for LeadDesk did not start a little less than 2 years ago, but in fact almost a decade ago, thanks to our predictive dialer as well as our AI chatbot services. But looking into last year, in the beginning or first half of last year, we decided to start investing heavily into new AI capabilities as part of our product offering. We really quickly did a solution validation with our customers through various pilot cases. And by the end of Q3, we had completed this validation. By the end of the year last year, we then decided to further increase our AI investments. Then looking at this year, by the end of the year, I'm happy to say that we will have 5 AI-enabled products in production. And what is even more exciting is that we are going to launch 5 additional AI products, or I should say at least 5 new AI powered products into production. So then how do we see that the AI can help in the contact centers? We have spent a significant amount of time talking with our customers and internally planning on what kind of value we are able to bring with the help of AI applications. Well, when we look at end customers, we believe that services such as AI chatbots, voice bots, more personalized and proactive service, as well as multilingual 24/7 support greatly enhances the end user experience. Full automation is one part of the AI, but at least as important is what we can bring to the agent experience. Real-time agent assistants help agents during a customer interaction. Automatic summarization of customer interactions, on the other hand, help customers be more prepared when a customer calls in or before they reach out. And automatic after-call work makes note-taking higher quality and faster for the agent. With these kind of services, we believe that we are greatly able to influence or increase the efficiency of the agent working in the contact center, as well as improve the onboarding time for a new agent. Then if we look at the admin side, services such as AI-empowered workforce management, advanced analytics and insights, automated training and coaching recommendations help the admin make data-driven decisions on their day-to-day work. If we try to group this all together, we believe that through AI applications, we can greatly improve the customer and agent experience, as well as elevate the service quality at lower overall costs. Then how are we going to do it? Here you can see on a very high level the different, you could say, UIs or products that we are providing to our customers. Outbound, of course, is for outbound calling. Omni, on the other hand, is for inbound and outbound calling, but also supporting other channels such as chat, chatbot, email, etc. And then admin panel is used by the contact center managers to help set up everything for their agents to do their work successfully. Our target is to build in the intelligence across the whole product portfolio, natively integrating it across everything so that we can increase the efficiency and the value that our customers get from our services. Next, I will show a brief video about the product offering that we currently already have for our customers.
At LeadDesk, we are always innovating to help customer service and sales teams connect with and serve their customers to the highest standard. When it comes to AI, we've been creating and integrating smart solutions into our software for years. And while other providers struggle to catch up with AI, for LeadDesk, it's business as usual. AI Analyst helps contact center managers easily monitor their operations and build performance reports without relying on developers and data analysts. Our Summarizer tool helps agents increase talk time while serving customers more accurately thanks to intelligent note-taking. AI Transcriber gives managers a simpler way to monitor calls and give more effective feedback in call center training. And AI Dialer ensures sales agents are always connected to a customer, helping them hit sales targets with 29% more connected calls and 51% more completed calls. These features are available to all LeadDesk users today because we believe in making it as easy as possible for them to do what they do best, talk with their customers.
That's pretty exciting stuff. Before going to the upcoming products, I just want to highlight a couple of numbers. So from current customer base at LeadDesk, we already have several hundred customers using one or several of our AI features, and the adaptation is growing really fast. Currently, through our services, there are over 500 million minutes of calls made each year. This gives a huge opportunity for our AI transcriber feature, turning that voice into text and to be used in a variety of different AI services. We see a huge potential in this. But then going on to the upcoming products, starting first with the AI Writer. AI Writer is a AI-generated draft tool for agents, enabling them to select the AI-generated draft response for a customer email or a chat conversation based on past interactions or other teaching data. Then moving on to the AI knowledge base. AI knowledge base is what you could say the hub of all AI content that the customer has fed to the LeadDesk service. We can use customer website data, internal documentation, instructions on how agents should handle certain customer interactions, and use that as the base for our AI offering, such as the AI Writer. Then moving on to AI Insights, which is a very important product for us for next year. AI Insights enables us to give valuable insights and trends from the customer interactions, covering all service channels, so that our contact center managers and admins can really know what's going on in their contact center. And then VoiceBot is a very natural next step from our AI chatbot, taking the learnings and great results from the text-based customer service into voice channel. And with the high number of voice calls that currently are made through our service, we see a huge potential in this as well, allowing our customers to deflect the repetitive questions, offer 24/7 support in that voice channel, again, in customers' own language. And then finally, AI Agent Assist helps agents during and after a customer contact, giving tips on how to handle a certain situation, and then after the call, it can, for example, give tips on how to develop, how to handle a certain situation, maybe in a different way. But it's all about the impact, and it's all about measurable impact. We have focused a lot in listening to our customers and asking for feedback on how they are experiencing the AI offering that we have. In this slide, we have a couple of examples, 4 examples from 2 different products from our customers. On the top left, we have a case example from one of our entertainment sector clients in the Nordics. They implemented our AI chatbot about 1.5 years ago. Quite quickly, they reached an 80% automation rate, which is of course fantastic. But maybe more interestingly, especially in this setting, is that they saw a 22 to 25% reduction in agent-handled conversations across all channels. That's pretty significant. Then moving on to an e-commerce sector client that is using AI Dialer. They implemented AI Dialer about maybe 4 months ago, and pretty soon saw an uptick of 51% increase in completed calls, which just tells you that agents are spending less time in waiting for the customer to pick up the phone call and more time actually talking with the customer. And then continuing on the AI dialer, there's a very big Nordic telco sector client who also implemented the AI dialer into use now in Q3, and they saw an uptick of 5 percentage points in answered calls after the implementation. Considering the high volumes in such an outbound call center, this is a huge improvement. And finally, going back to the chatbot, a media sector client in Finland saw an over 80% automation rate with their AI chatbot. And what makes this case especially interesting is that not only is the chatbot integrated to their live chat service, but also to their subscription management system, which allows their end customers to handle subscription management type of questions directly with the AI chatbot. Then let's take maybe a look back and think about what this means from a revenue point of view for LeadDesk. Here is an illustrative example of a 100-agent company. The average all-inclusive labor cost for one agent in this example case is 3,500 euros per month, which takes the labor costs annually to about 4.2 million. Then looking at the agent price, we charge on average 1,300 euros per year, and this is also visible on the left-hand side graph. We believe that through AI-powered services, we can reduce the labor costs by 15%. By us taking 15% of that saved labor costs, we are able to potentially increase the LeadDesk revenues per company up to over 50%. On the right-hand side example, you can see that with the 100 agents, we are reaching about 130K annually, and on the right graph, you can see with 85 agents and with the added value services, we are reaching 220,000. So this again is an illustrative example, but highlights and underlines the great potential that we believe that can be achieved through these services. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought. AI is going forward with a great pace. We have a great opportunity at LeadDesk. We have a great team working with these products. We believe that with the future improvements, we can further increase the contact center efficiency thanks to these AI services by 25%. Thank you. That's all from my side.